is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
From the Pacific to Atlantic, anytime and wherever you are. Join us.
You are watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio.
Watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio. INCRadio Canada. Join us. Join us, join us, join us. INCRadio Canada. Join us.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to everyone. Sister Jonah Lopez here from the local congregation of Isu District of Edmonton. And yes, hello and welcome to INCRadio Canada. This is the program of the Iglesia ni Cristo, and we are live broadcasting here in Edmonton, here in Canada. You are tuned into INCRadio, changing lives through God's words. And of course, I am not all by myself. We've got some other hosts from other districts. We are going to the heart. She calls this the heart of Canada, right? Go ahead.
Yes, hello, Tita Jonah. Yes, I'm Sister LJ Palomeno, all the way here from the heart of Canada, here in the district of Manitoba. So welcome everyone who is tuning in our live stream today.
Yes, thank you, Ate LJ. And of course, another one also close to me and close to where I am. Hello, Ate Kat.
And hello po to all of our listeners and viewers of INCRadio Canada. I am Sister Kathleen Ga, and I am from the District of British Columbia. Hello po to all of those who are currently watching. Before anything else, po, I'd like to acknowledge our district supervising minister po here in the District of British Columbia, Brother Glendo H. Baitan, our assistant district minister po, Brother Romeo Maglaya, and of course also who's currently in our live chat right now. Hello po to Karenel Romero, our Christian Family Organization overseer here in our district. Ayan po.
Wow. Thank you, Ate Kath. And thank you po, Karenel. We miss you here in Edmonton. Kamusta na po kayo dyan? And of course, Kuya Mario Oka, who's in the Philippines, is already tuned in. Thank you, Kuya Mario. He's always supporting our INCRadio programs. And yes, if you don't know, or maybe you do know, INCRadio is now on Facebook as well. So hindi lang siya YouTube, we're already on Facebook. So yes, watch out for programs that will be posted there. Right now, there's just a few posts on Facebook, but I'm sure give us no time and naku, mapupuno na yan ng maraming posts, maraming programs. And also want to say hi to Kajin Naval. Kajin, we miss you po sa Eastwood. She's from the local of St. Albert now, District of Edmonton. Yes, and on our program today, Ati LJ, ano ba ang topic natin for today? Actually, you can see it in the screen right there, but what is it that we will be talking about and discussing today in our program?
Yes. Ayun. So like what it says, if you're watching watching on YouTube, it is popped up on our screen there. But I'm going to intro our topic really quickly, which is we will embark on the value of the importance of spending quality time with friends and family, connecting and reconnecting to make lifelong and lasting relationships. So we're going to talk about lifelong connections.
Yes,
Ayun.
lifelong connections. It's going to be this is going to be a very interesting and very enlightening topic because who does not want to reconnect or connect to our loved ones, right? Especially friends we've known for so long or friends we've just recently known that you want to connect with. And so, with that said, we will have a short icebreaker to just break the ice, and so we will get everyone engaged and involved. And we hope that even those that are in our chat right now, Kasani is there. He's one of our head deacons here in our locale in the district of Edmonton, local of Eastwood. So hello po Kasani, and Ka Orly is also there in our chat, who's from the locale of St. Albert. So Kuya, DP, if you don't mind, can you put us on grid view so then at least kita kaming tatlo because we're gonna go on to our icebreaker. Yay! Thank you, Kuya. Ayan. Okay, so we're talking about connecting, reconnecting, and connecting with our friends and loved ones. Okay, so maybe we'll just raise a hand. Okay, whichever you're gonna pick, right? Hello po, Kamila, Kajin, they're already chatting away on our YouTube live chat there. So hello po, thank you for tuning in. Okay, so connecting with friends and loved ones. Okay, so this or that. Okay, call or text. What would you prefer whenever you need to connect with someone? Do you call or do you text? So, Ate Kath, ikaw, do you call or do you text?
I think sa akin po, I think for me it depends. If I wanted to have a more of a it's been a while since I've talked to that person, I would rather call. Text is mostly like, oh, how are you? Mga ganong little conversations. But then if I realize that I needed to catch up a little bit more, I will start calling after I texted the person.
Okay. See, Ate LJ is smiling. I think I know. What's your answer? Call or text when you need to?
I would say, well, if I want to talk to them in a more like longer, I would definitely call them, but I would text them ahead of time because sometimes they're not at home or whoever you're calling may be busy, and sometimes all they can do is just read a quick text. So sometimes sending just a quick text of saying, "How are you? I hope you have a good day." I hope that makes their day. So maybe if I have a little bit more time, I'd call them, but mostly textbook.
Text,
Yeah.
yeah. Ako, I think I want to call, or I don't know. I think kasi my generation, we're so used to like calling instead of texting, right? It would take me forever if I'm chatting with someone and I'm texting, like matagal masyado, right? So I'd rather call. I wonder our YouTube live chat, those that are in our chat, let us know, how do you connect with someone? Do you call or do you text? Just so then we can get engaged. There's Edmonton is in the house. Kamila, oh, from Slave Lake, also from the district of Edmonton. The wife of Ka Jason Bornachek is there, as well as Ka Marikita Badaska Kit. It's actually the mom of our CWS or Children's Worship Service chef, Katie. That's Katie's mom. And Ate Oz is there as well. Hello, Ate Oz. She says, good evening po, tuning in from the district of Saskatchewan. And our choir leader is also there, Kajuvi Okumin, already saying their hi, as well as Kajoel Formalis, also from our locale of Eastwood. Okay, so for our next category, so we're trying to get a hold of, okay, in this discussion, reconnecting and connecting, so then, okay, now writing a letter or sending an email. I don't know, I just received a letter just yesterday. So because we were talking about this, who actually writes letters now, right? So I said, okay, maybe we should go back to writing letters. So she's there. My bestie is there. Hello, Auntie Care. And yes, I received a letter from her yesterday. So I'm so excited to write back. So yes, I will write back for sure. There you go. Auntie LJ, write a letter or send an email.
I think I'd like to send a letter if I really
Yeah, you
had.
know, it feels different to actually receive a letter, a
Yes,
handwritten
but
one. Okay, a handwritten.
mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I think I like the idea of it, like that you have to give in. I Not that sending an email doesn't give the same thought, but like, it's the effort of you writing. And then
Yeah.
sometimes before in school when we were in elementary, we had pen pals when I was in elementary, and it would be really nice because they'd send little cute little trinkets along with
Yes.
their mail. So it's really nice. I think I'd love to send a letter someday.
Oh, we'll do that again. Let's do that. Let's do that again. What about Auntie Kath? What about Auntie Kath? Letter or email?
For me, but I feel like I letter goes a long way. I totally agree with Sister LJ. It's more of
Personal,
the
right?
little, yeah, like little thoughts of, you appreciate it more because that person actually took an effort to write a letter, and it feels more personal.
Mhm.
Because nowadays I work in a 9 to 5 job, and email feels like I'm working. So I don't know,
Ate
but
Kathleen, you have a point because Ate Oz said the same thing. She said, write a letter. Email feels so corporate slash work,
Yes,
suddenly.
I
yes,
totally agree to you, Ate Oz, on that
yes,
note.
yes. Same. That's why Ate Kira and I kind of thought about this. I said, "Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's start writing letters to each other." Because when I wasn't expecting it. Because we just thought, okay, we'll do it. But then we didn't say, okay, right now, and then we can mail. But then she started it, and then I received it, and I'm like, oh, this is so nice. And it's just a short handwritten letter, like a card, and then a handwritten letter. So it's really nice. It's a nice way of really connecting. So okay, next one, because we're talking about connecting with people, connecting with loved ones, with friends. Okay, so cook food or have it delivered. So let's say at the LJ, let's say you want to connect with someone that you've known. Okay, will you want to, let's say, if you're able to cook food for them, would you rather cook food for them or have food delivered to their house?
I'd rather cook the food
Ooh.
because it's a different kind of love that you can
Oh,
show with you actually making it because you put away the time, you put away the effort,
effort.
and you can also kind of alter the taste based on their taste buds or what you like as well, po.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Ah,
I totally agree with Sister LJ. However, when the person that you wanted to appreciate or, connect with could be very far, I think the delivery is actually very also thoughtful, especially like, for example, it's that person's birthday, or you've actually just had a moment that, oh, I feel like she needed some positivity and boost for her day. Then you can get someone
just like
some.
my birthday last year, I didn't expect Ate Kathleen and Ate Hazel got me a birthday cake. They delivered me a birthday,
oh
and I
wow.
was so surprised. I was like, "Where did this cake come?"
Oh wow. Wow.
So that was very thoughtful. I loved it.
Nice, nice. Well, Auntie Care, is one who she does both. She cooks for you if she's able to, and she gets food delivered. So it's really nice when it's a surprise, like you don't know that someone's going to be sending food. So yes, we're accepting food deliveries right now, right, at the LJ and at the CAT. So anyone wanting to send food, yes, but we're free to have them and receive them right now. So
I just
anyway,
wanted to read the Oz's comment on the live
yes.
chat. She said, "I will get it delivered because at least she knows it's good food or masarap po talaga."
because it's delivered, right? Because it's delivered. I wanted to say hi po to Sister Shirley, sending love and hugs from the local of Wellington, the district of Edmonton as well. And Ka Jazel, Constantino Atikat
Yes po. Yes,
from
Jazel is our one of our resident worker po here in the District of British Columbia from the local of Maple Ridge. Thank you so much po for watching, Ka Jazel.
yes, yes. And we also have our area leader, Michael, is also there in the chat, as well as Kadjo Badas, also there in our chat. So we've got one more, okay? So for this one, to connect again, we are all about lifelong connections here with loved ones and friends. Would you rather buy a gift or make one? Buy a gift to give to someone or make a gift? Atikat, buy or make a
Ooh, that's very it's both. I would say both. I either it's making a gift or buying a gift. I think it's the thoughtful that counts. um depends on if you know that person as well and she really wanted to receive some sort of an item that she really likes, right? But so then that way you would buy a gift rather than making a gift. But it could be either. But I think it's a good if we can DIY a gift. That's a good also an appreciation, and it shows how personal that gift is. But before anything else, I would like to say hi po to Jay Sikad po, our resident minister here in our group worship service and in Burnaby.
Oh,
Thank you
hello
po.
po, hello po. I think we met him on your wedding, right? Atikat? Yes, yes, we did. Ati LJ, what about you?
I would say buy a gift
Buy a
because
gift.
I'm not good at DIYing stuff. I'm not very creative, and I don't want to mess it up. So I'd rather buy a gift than at least it's one that I know they'll appreciate either way. So
Uh-huh. Do you know what? Parehas kayo ng sagot ni Ate Oz. I love the thought of making a gift, but cannot. Cannot do it myself. So personally, I would always buy a gift, but love receiving handmade things. Same. Because when it's handmade, when someone had actually exerted the time and effort to do it, it's really something special, right? And even if it's bought, but for them to take the time to really think of that gift to give to you, then that's also very special as well, right? And so there you go, that's our icebreaker. And hello po ka Irene Makaspak, hello to all our brethren watching from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, the wife of the district minister there in the district of Saskatchewan. Before we continue, I just want to greet Ka Eugene Agustin. He was our former resident minister and he's now assigned in Calgary. A very happy birthday po, Ka Eugene. Greetings. He's in Calgary now. And this is extended po from the district of Edmonton, from the local of Isud. So happy birthday po sa inyo, dear. There you go. Now that we've broken the ice, we are going to go to our topic discussion. So medyo we will dive in a little bit sa discussion natin, which was, part of that discussion was what we were talking about in our icebreaker. So for our question, and everyone in the chat, please engage with us. And also, we want to hear your answers on this one. What are ways you connect with long lost friends or family? So you might have not seen someone for a long time, could be a friend or family. How do you connect with them? So let's start, just, chime in and just let's hear your answers. So, Ate LG, ikaw, like how would you connect with someone that you've never had a chance to connect with for a
Mhm.
long time?
Actually, I had one po that was a childhood friend of mine. I left really young, in the Philippines. So I was only 8 years old. So back then, I didn't know that was our last goodbye or that I was moving away. I didn't know. And the next thing I knew, I was in Canada for like us 8 years, and then we finally went back home. And I was able to reconnect with him because he actually lives still right across from our house. So it was nice to kind of catch up because he was like, he also told me, he's like, I didn't even know you were leaving. I think we were too young, because
Oh,
every day he would come over to play at our house because he just lived right across the street. So it was nice to be able to connect because I actually went home. And then after that, we were able to connect through, social media. And now I'm able to text him and catch him up. I also send him, any Pasugud links that I would like him to read or share or show sometimes. So now we're able to reconnect because there's social media now. So the you can connect with a lot of people now that we have social media. So that was one of the ways I got to connect back with him, is actually going home, telling him what happened. That I'm still alive. I just moved
Oh,
away really far.
oh.
But yeah, now we have social media, so I'm thankful.
Mhm, mhm. What about you, Atika? What about you?
yes, I totally agree with Sister LJ. I remember when I moved here in the Philippines, from the Philippines. Akala ko nasa Pilipinas ako. When I moved here from the Philippines, well, like most of my good friends and closest friends, it was very difficult for me to text them as usual, right? But during that time, I was actually lucky that there are the start of the social media. That's like the boom of social media. So we were actually we were actually fortunate enough to be able to connect even though they were so far away. And even right now, but like we still have that connection because of social media. So that's one of the advantages of having a social media. And even some of the one of her like long lost relatives that I have, that in my mind I'm like, do I still remember this person? But if they see me and social media, and my mom has social media, they would actually add me as a friend and be able to like message me, oh, how are you? You look so big now, malaki ka na. So it was just so funny how they make that connection
Expression.
to you, right? Oh, like because when
Dalaga
they
ka
see
na,
you,
ate, dalaga.
'di ba? Right? Yung sinasabi na dalaga ka na, like matagal na po akong dalaga, 'di ba? But yeah, it's that's one of the things that I love connecting was, especially nowadays we don't get to see them as often. Social media is powerful tool to be able to connect to people,
Mhm.
not just to text or through phone, and you can actually see them. Even when I call my grandma, even though she can't hear properly, I have to like make sure that I'm on the video because so that she can see me.
Yeah. You know what? One of the things that I experienced recently, when I went back home to the Philippines last year in January, and then you get to see family that you haven't seen for like years. Bakit ano, you get very sentimental. And then you start talking about, you know, days when you were together, and then days of like way back, and then you reminisce, and it's just full of there's just full of love and full of laughter included, diba? And then you always go and eat out. You always eat like, oh, let's go here, let's go there. Food is always included somehow, right? Food is always included, but food makes you even stronger, and even you stick together. And then it's almost like food is a way for you to even get closer. And then so that was January last year. January this year, I visited Chicago because I have family in Chicago. Again, it was 10 years, not seeing them. But seeing them after 10 years, it was like, it was just like yesterday that we didn't see each other. And then you started bonding again, and then you started connecting again. And then you see, like, the children of your nephews and your nieces, and they're like, oh my, you already have like grand niece and nephew. So like, you're old. But the best part of all these visits to these different places is actually our family inside the church. That is the one connection that anywhere you go, because Atikat has been to Europe, right? And anywhere you go, this is the one connection that we as members of the Church of Christ can really be so very proud of, that you can go anywhere in the world and go to the nearest chapel or connect with someone who's a member of the church, and right away it's like it feels family. It's just like, oh, here you, and then they offer like, oh, you can stay with us, and then again, let's go eat, right? That's like the next step. Let's go eat, we'll treat you, we'll go here, we'll go there, right? But it's really different connecting with, again, like I said, members of like Atikat, like share your experience, like with, your trip to Europe, because it's, totally like totally, I would say, a foreign country, not I don't know if everyone literally speaks the language. Like English could be like an international language that everyone can speak, right? But then in a foreign country like Europe, I don't know, is it more French there, or is it just English, or I guess depending on where you went, right? But yes, if you can just share your experience of what I'm talking about, connecting with members of the Church of Christ anywhere in the world, like anywhere you go, Atika.
Yeah, so that's a really ano po, no, like it's we're lucky to be able to have that connection every time we go, and we know you have that sort of connection one way or another. And it's because through our faith, but we can connect them through our faith. One story that I particularly can remember right now po, is me and my husband are going to worship service, and we messaged the this has happened po to us in Italy. So we went to a worship service, and we were welcome because it is a small congregation. So if there's someone someone attending the worship service there, they already knew that you're not from there or nowhere near the district, because it's a little bit isolated where we actually attended. So they instantly knew where you're coming from. And then when we were having conversation with them po, and then we were just talking our experience getting to the worship service, because it took me and my husband to take the bus for an hour to this happened to us in Italy. And we were having conversation, and they just mentioned, oh, just by the way, there is no way that you can come back to your hotel because there's no public transportation. And
Wow.
me and my husband instantly were like, oh, talaga po? So to us, I was like, what are we gonna do after the worship service? And one of the deacons said, oh, one of the brethren can accompany you to go back to your hotel. And instantly that was like, oh, they already thought of it for
Mhm,
us,
mhm.
because they knew there were no public transportations after 8 o'clock in that area because it's so isolated. So after that po, they arranged everything for us. They spoke to the brethren who actually will drive us back to our hotel. And then for some reason po, we were being driven to back to our hotel, we were having this conversation with the brother, and he was telling so many stories about his life in Italy. And that instant po, even though we haven't really knew who that person is, we got that instant connection. We're exchanging life stories already. At some point, but we were inviting him to go meet us for a dinner. But then again, it's already too late. But at that single point, but like that's when you know that everywhere you go, you can always have connections with the brethren. But wherever you go, and because of that, we have, because of our membership and our faith, we get that connection.
Yeah, it's like you said, you just went there, you attended the service, and right away they're already talking and they're already preparing how you guys will be going home, right? So you don't even have to ask, and then they offer, right? And so it's like that's the one of I am so proud of as a member of the church, that you get this connection not by blood, but it's because of faith and love. I would say it's faith and love that makes us connected with anyone anywhere in the world. Because even when we went to Chicago, because at the care, they were with me, they didn't know anyone, but surprisingly, the one person that they actually know was their former, I think here, help me out, either former resident minister or former Christian Family Organization overseer. So as soon as we walked in the house of worship, he was the one coming towards us. And so I think I was like running, like, she knows someone here. Like, so that connection too, because, for us members of the Church of Christ, the ministers are assigned, they're from like one place, they move to another place, they get reassigned, right? So it's nice that you get to see someone that you've connected with, even before that day that we went there. And so we invite you, our viewers and listeners, go and visit different places and go visit different houses of worship, because it's just amazing. It's one of the things that really amazes me when I see different houses of worship, and it's like, wow, like this is a nice worship service venue that you have here. It's like it gives you that pride of being a member of the Church of Christ that you want to showcase to everyone. Go visit Chicago, they have a nice chapel there, or go visit Eastwood, we have a nice chapel here. And of course, Winnipeg and even British Columbia, they have a lot of nice houses of worship there. So these are just ways that we can connect. And Kazeni, who's in our chat, Kazeni is from Midtown, Greater Toronto. She says one way of connecting with long lost friends and family is sending them messages, especially on special occasions. That's very, very true, especially on special occasions. When you remember like birthdays or anniversaries, and you send a simple greeting, that would already open up conversations like, oh, and then sometimes a simple hi or a simple, how are you? Or hope everything is okay. Hope everything is fine with you. I hope, you didn't forget me yet. Kind of like, things like that. It's really nice to be able to just catch up and reconnect and reach out to them. There you go. That's part one of our discussion. We will continue this nice topic. But before we go on, this is a nice way to, because I was saying earlier, one of the connections that we can do is through food. Of course, it's time to get hungry. It's time to get ready for our What's in Your Cookbook. And this one is Atikat, if you have Easy in BC, we have Atikati in Edmonton. So this one, Kadjo is there, Kakit is there, and even the Tita is there as well, Kahilda, the Tita auntie of Sister Katie. And we also have Kalumin. Hello po, Kalumin from Meadowlark, also tuning in here. And as well as Patrick Sevilla, who is our resident evangelical worker in Eastwood. So before anything, we'd like to present to you what's in our cookbook. Sister Katie Badas. Kuya DP, take it away.
Cooking tells a story. What's your story? What's in your cookbook?
Today we're going to make tofu squares. Now the reason why we're gonna make this is because before my mom made me tofu squares and I really liked it. So that's why we're gonna make even more. So the first thing we need to do is cut the tofu. So we have a cutting board or knife and we're gonna cut the tofu here. So when you're cutting tofu, you have to make it into little squares. So let's cut it, yeah. And make 4 pieces. Or evenly pieces. There. Now that we've cut the tofu into squares, we're gonna get our salt and pepper and put it on the squares. So, there's salt. all the squares. Now we're gonna get our pepper. There you go. Now that we've done that, we're gonna dip our squares into the eggs, the flour, and the breadcrumbs. So we're gonna get this one, and we're gonna dip it in our egg. Whoops. It's okay, it's okay. Let's make sure it's all over. Then we're gonna do a flour. Make sure it covers all of it. Alright. Then we're gonna dip it in our egg again. And then our breadcrumbs. And then after it's done, we can transfer it on our other tray. In here. Now repeat this process for all of the cubes. Now that we're finished with dipping all the tofu squares, we're gonna cook it now. Today we're gonna be using an air fryer. First, we're gonna get our oil, and we're gonna cover the air fryer on it. We get our oil and coat each of the squares in oil. Now that we're done with that, we transfer all of them into the air fryer. Second one, third one. So, now that it's inside the air fryer, we're gonna turn it on, and then we're gonna set the temperature to 390 and the timer for 10 minutes. Let's hit start. Now, let's wait. While we're waiting for the tofu squares to get cooked, we're gonna make the sauce. Our sauce is gonna be sweet and sour. So, let's start making it. So first, we're gonna turn on the stove, and then we're gonna add our water first. Add the water. There you go. Next, we're gonna add our oyster sauce. Put it in there. Add the ketchup. Like this. There you go. Make sure you have all of it. Next, we're gonna add the brown sugar. Oh, there you go. Then we're gonna add the vinegar. And the chili flakes. Just add that. And then, now we're gonna mix this until it gets boiled. Let's mix it. So, now that it's boiling, we're gonna add some salt. Let's just add salt. Now we're gonna mix it. Okay. Alright, now we mix it, we're gonna add our slurry. Well, this is the cornstarch and the water. So let's add it now. So we're gonna mix this until it boils. Is good. We're gonna turn it off. And set it aside. There you go. Now that it's done, it's time to present our tofu squares. So let's start presenting our tofu squares. So we have all our tofu squares in here. We're gonna present them. There you go. Now it's time to add the sauce. So we're gonna get one scoop. Another scoop. And then the last scoop. There you go. Now it's time to put the garnish. Let's put some on. Okay, maybe, sorry. There you go. Now we have the toothpicks, and we're gonna put one in each square. That one, that one. And now we're done. Here's the tofu squares. Let's try it. I'm gonna get this. All right, let's try it. Oh, by the way, thank you you, Poca Jonah, for the INC Radio polo shirt. Alright guys, we're done making the tofu squares. Hope you like it. Bye po.
Hi. Now I'm hungry.
Cooking tells a story.
Nakakagutom. Next time,
I'm gonna
That was
try
so
that.
delicious.
I know because it looks so easy to make, right? So yes, next time that Sister Katie's gonna make something, I'm gonna make sure that she saves some for me so that I can taste, right?
So you
But
can taste it live, Tita.
yes, or we can do that. We can do that. The
Yes.
next time we'll do a
Save up
live.
and then try it on the actual broadcast.
Yes,
But
yes.
it looks really good po, and it's the healthy version because she didn't fry it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, I think LJ, do you want to go ahead and do our quick greetings?
Yes, po. So we do have a lot of greetings as well in the live chat going for birthdays. But I'll read some of the comments first. So Brother Ramel Cruz said, "Happy viewing, listening to all po from the district of Edmonton." And Tita Care actually said, "You host a big milestone birthday and invite new friend and old friends to reconnect." So that's a good idea, like a little reunion. And as well as Kuya Bexley, she's also tuning in from the locale of Weston here in the district of Manitoba. And there's a few greetings for our birthdays that we would like to say on air po. So Kuya Homer actually sent out a little message saying happiest birthday to our dearest Papa Redentor Lintag Jr. and happy anniversary to Papa and Mama Lina. And as well as there's also from Brother Joe Badas said happy birthday po to Kai Eugene Agustin and belated happy birthday also to our beloved District Minister of Edmonton, Brother Rolando Gaviola. And for our district as well, our district minister also is going to be celebrating his birthday, Brother Roland W. Andrade. So happy birthday po. And as well as my dad is celebrating his birthday today. So happy birthday,
Oh,
Dad.
happy birthday!
Ayun. So I think that's it for our birthday greetings that I saw in on our YouTube live chat. But Sister Hazel and Lucena also said happy viewing to all of the brethren. Greetings po from Lucena family from the local congregation of Fort McMurray, Edmonton, Canada. So one way you can also send your greetings to your family is to comment in our live chat, so we can also send your greetings for you. Ayun.
Auntie LJ. And yes, happy birthday and belated happy birthday to the ones that have celebrated their birthdays already. Now we are ready for catching up with Canada. These are past and future activities in our districts. Kuya DP, take it away.
Welcome back to Catching Up with Canada. Let's see what our brethren have been up to this week and what other activities we can expect.
There you go. So what do we have first, Kuya DP? Just flash the poster and then we'll talk about. There you go, Ate LJ. Take it away.
Ayun. So for
So
our
unahin
past,
mo muna yung catching up with Canada.
yeah, so for our past activities there, we had our scan sponsored EVM that was held on Friday, February 14, and upcoming is just our district baptism next Sunday, February 23, and as well as our district officers meeting, which is also taking place the same day as our baptism. Ayun. So that's it for our catching up in Canada for Manitoba for now, and we'll come back to that poster later.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Next poster, Kuya, if you have this one is Southern Ontario. Actually, they had a special gathering last Sunday. Actually, ours as well. Last Sunday, I think, also for SCAN and CMDPS. So yes po, these are special gathering of the officers. Next one, Kuya. And this one is in our district. So, been waiting for this one. Choir special gathering, yay, tomorrow at 6 p.m. And I missed this one last year because I was in the Philippines. That's why I said, okay, they better have another one. So I will be there tomorrow. Next one, Kuya. Do we have another one? Okay. So this is Edmonton. Like I said, we had this one last week as well, special gathering for SCAN and CMDPS. What's DMT? I don't know that one. I know the Christian Medical Dental Paramedical Society is the other one, right? Okay, so we had that last week as well. Next one, Kuya. And this one is, we had this yesterday actually, a Bible mission spearheaded by the officers of the SCAN and CMDPS. So we were able to invite a lot of visitors yesterday. It was a very successful Bible mission that we had. There you go. And I think that's it, right? Yes, I did that already, Kuya. Thank you. And this one is from BC, Ate Kath.
Oh, yes po. So last Monday, there was an evangelical mission sponsored by the SCAN and again also from the CMDPS. Yeah, that was a very successful one, but thank you so much.
Okay. So anything after that, Kuya, or are we on to our CFO in action? There you go. Who do we have first, Kuya? Back to Ate LJ. There you go.
Ayun.
Oh,
So
on cue si Kuya DP. Very good, Kuya DP.
Ayun. So last Sunday we had our choir formal that took place at the Fort Garry Hotel. That was very, very successful. We got to see all of our choir members dressed up in their nice Sunday's best. And as well as yesterday we had our hot chocolate making for our CWS members, or children's worship service, and as well as our Binheat members at the Weston Auditorium that took place at 5:30 p.m. And the CWS Career Symposium, it was a little bit moved to a later date, so I will get back to that later date when we come up with our dates there. But other than that, I think that was it for our CFO. Oh, sorry, tomorrow, since it's a long weekend here in Canada, I'm not sure if it is the long weekend in other places of the world, but we will also have our bowling masters that will take place at Chateau Lanes at 3 p.m. Ayun. So one way to connect with your friends and loved ones is also attending your CFO activities. Ayan.
Yes. What about next one? Kuya DP, any other posters we have for this one? Is actually a team building that we had for all the children's worship service teachers in the district. This happened last week. So yes, next one po, Kuya. And oh, this is so exciting. This is happening on Monday because, like you said at the LJ, it's a holiday. It's Family Day, actually. And one way to connect, yes, attend the activities to connect with our friends and loved ones. This is happening on Monday at 2 o'clock at the Rundle Park. So, calling out all the children here in the District of Edmonton, come join us for a fun day.
How is
Tomorrow,
the weather
I
there,
see-
Tita?
What's that?
Is it gonna be cold? How is the weather there?
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be minus 25.
But I think you'll be sweating if you will be
Yes,
going
yes.
tobogganing and
Mhm.
skating. So
Yeah.
that'll be
So
nice.
gotta make sure bundle up, kids and parents as well, especially. Yes. And do we have another one, Kuya? There you go, at the cat.
Ooh, that's from us here in the District of British Columbia. Tomorrow, po, we will be having the band together. So that will be a district-wide activity. It will be happening in Massey Theater po, and that will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. So as what LJ said, this is one way to connect as well with other brethren through this activity. Ayan. I think we have another one. Ayan. So calling naman the Kadiwa members of our district po, there will be having a Kadiwa bowling on February 23 at 5:30 p.m. Actually, my husband was just complaining about this because he loves playing bowling. I was like, why there's no blood bowling? But yeah, and so attend your bowling po.
There
Maybe you also meet someone there because it's Kadiwa.
Yeah, so for those who looking for other long life connections, right?
Do
That is a long life connection talaga.
do we have another one, Kuya, or that's it? I think that's it. But on Saturday next week, our district multimedia, we will have our team building as well. So we hope to have that one here in the district for our district multimedia crew and officers to attend that. And before we continue, oh, we're running out of time, but we do want to show this Christian musical video that we have prepared for you. And this is from Brother Nero Salazar, who is from the District of Edmonton. So, Kuya DP, if you have that video, if you can play that for everyone before we actually say our final final discussion. Take it away, Kuya.
I will tread on, no matter what I will face. Though evil surrounds me, I will finish my race. At times I may stumble, but I will not fall. With my Lord Jesus Christ, yes, I can conquer all. His grace is sufficient for me. His power I witness in my moments of need. Though persecutions and trials come, I can endure, I can carry on. For when I am weak, I am strong. Stresses and insults may come into my life, yet I will not waver. I will suffer for Christ. I'll hold on to His words. I'll endure patiently. Then the promised salvation I will truly receive. His grace is sufficient for me. His power I witness in my moments of need. Though persecutions and trials come, I can endure, I can carry on. For when I am weak, I am strong. I am strong. I am strong. I am strong. His grace is sufficient for me. His power I witness in my moments of need. Though persecutions and trials come, I can endure, I can carry on. For when I am weak, I am strong. For when I am weak, I am strong. Thank you po.
Thank you po, Brother Nero Salazar. Thank you. You know, that song really makes me emotional. Kasi ang ganda nung pag-deliver niya. Even without a microphone. Kasi yung iba, di ba gumaganda yung boses because of the microphone. But siya talagang live singing talaga. So, Where are the proud parents of Brother Nero? Brother Jerome, our booklet president, actually is the dad, and Brother Nero is one of our CWS or Children's Worship Service choir members there. So very proud of you. Ngayon, we don't have a lot of time, so we'll do just a quick takeaway from our topic today. If you are given, what would be a takeaway for you, Ate LJ and Ate Kath, of our topic today, lifelong connections? Because we know there are no secret ingredient to like a lifelong connection, right? But then how can we make it effective in like, a short, brief, ano lang, answer to really connect with someone? Ate LJ.
I think, Tita, what my takeaway is for this episode is that you will always find a home away from home, wherever you are, when you meet other brethren in the world. Even when I also
Mhm.
traveled last year to Calgary, we went all the way up to Hinton, Tita. And I know you were talking about that was the furthest up from the district of Edmonton, right? And we actually saw a brethren there, and she was so excited to see us. And I think a lot of the brethren, if you visit their locale, and then you're not from there, I think they're really, really excited to see you, and they'll always greet you with the warmest welcome. And I hope that all of the brethren, get to have that luxury and also that opportunity to be able to travel to other places in the world and see the places of worship, because it's magnificent, it's beautiful. And again, you'll always make a connection with someone there, whether or not you know them personally or it's your first time meeting, because, through our fate, like what you said, Tita Jonah.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Any greetings? Your district?
Yes. So for my greetings, well, again, happy birthday to our district minister, Brother Rolando V. Andrade, as well as our assistant district minister, Brother Felmar Sereno, and as well as our new CFO, and as well as the district multimedia advisor, Brother Cal Solano, and of course my resident minister, Brother Jerusalem Vital. Ayan po. And happy birthday to my dad again. Ayan,
Happy
tita.
birthday, Ate Kat.
Yes, I won't make it long, po, but for me, the takeaway that I would maybe share it with our viewers here is that it only takes a one text or a call to be able to connect to your loved one. So practice practice, having a one single text that can brighten their day, or try and practice that more often, so that that connections that we have with our friends and our loved ones will still remain. And you'll be surprised about how sometimes that one text can actually brighten someone's day. So that's for me. And as for my greetings, po, hello to my husband who's watching behind me, Brother Christian Ga, and to my family who's currently watching as well.
Thank you, Ate Kat. And also, yes, our takeaway for the program, life is short. We really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or later, right? Why not commit to always connect not only with our loved ones, but with everyone who may need a helping hand, a kind person to guide them and inspire them, especially in the right way of serving our Almighty God. This is one way of us showing our love and our true care for them when we share our faith inside the Iglesia ni Cristo or Church of Christ. We hope that our program today has brought inspiration to all of you, and you will start connecting, again, and reconnecting with your loved ones and your friends. And of course, we would like to thank our INC Media Production Section Chief, Kamontreville Boy, our INC radio station manager, Kawali Taray. Thank you po so much to Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo, our CEBSI president and CEO and CFO coordinator. And most of all, we would like to thank our dearest executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. We love you so much, and we thank you so much. And we thank all of you, those who are watching and tuning in from YouTube and even Facebook, if ever we are on Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning into INC Radio Canada. It has been a wonderful connection with everyone on the show today. So we'll see you again next week. I think,
See
same
you.
time, right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kuya
Thank you for listening.
Nikki. Bye.